kickoff for Dallas.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he'll give it here. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there. That brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance. They didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th.
We're sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness as well as a physical that power any offense.
First down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage at their spot and stacked him up.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes pass people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And goal to go.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us.
Zerline connects on extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
For Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
That too.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Dak Prescott sacked. A fumble on the play.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 8. And he'll get 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tough right. And I break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And 4.
Draw play. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 10. Washington, nothing.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up a goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they Coop with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching end zone, turning it over.
Now second down, target. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Washington.
Will be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A carry now for McKissick, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get it first, get up, keep moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken it by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Sweet. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He's going to pull one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his man in stride complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. Did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
And this lines up a disaster nowhere near the marker.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stopped them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after the big play.
4th down with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jump.
And he's got across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Scary throw caught by Lamb.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming, where his primary guy to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I'm going to beat that.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Chase Young.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
From the 38, Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It could be.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
25-yard line.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
The first by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Landon Collins made the tackle.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
Down, Elliott. First down, and down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlight, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate the pressure. Guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists. You're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
You know, the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, get a safe completion on 3rd. This is fielded at 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He'll throw from the He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Ezekiel Elliott.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. at the 39.
Stops shy of the 45 despite powerful running.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to for the draws of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Yard line.
Here's that. Oh, an absolute juke. He's got some space now. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be out close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Dan dropping this one for Zeke. And he is back inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back in Christmas space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. You're worried.
And he is in the zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the defensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe you go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
To get him the ball, we'll see if they can do it. Not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Right from the gun. Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now Smith. Got open man. It's Harmon.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Harmon. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Again, Smith. Dancing his left. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down. Good measure.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that. I'm like, okay, stand up when the going gets tough here.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing 2nd and 6. Smith. That one is slant to McLaurin.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner towards the end zone.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This is Pollard. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing.
As we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Here's a pass.
Across the 35.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Elliott.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to 2-minute warning.
Good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers, tackling everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
man out of the backfield. That's complete. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think it's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
This is take it into the zone for Cowboys down. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Zerline now for the PAT. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Zerline, the kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. He'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people. Find some other playmakers. But always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Open is Thomas. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Smith. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Smith's pass. Complete.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And he's out of the field. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
That'll be taken about a yard. And he stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard yards shy of there at the 24.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how is he getting there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 10 at the 4. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
We look, but he's there defending. Same case on the play.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll rifle this. And that's on inside 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They got to get to the 21 here on 3rd down. Press tight end up. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now. Everything was discussed at the half, just being torn in shreds, being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good. Right into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and goal to go.
Here's Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take a shot in front further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. They don't slow him up. He might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Washington first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
They give it 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On first down, Smith. This will be caught at the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
5 at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
And it's 3rd down.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith.
And this is taken in for a 1 touchdown.
Logan Thomas there to make the grab.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
You got to figure it out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his traffic area.
And the Cowboy pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this game. And boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. The problem, he's going to sell to himself now. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards. extend their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, joining in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought the 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There he goes, right side. Is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. To go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in defense's column.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Lawrence on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tailback. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and difference over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game. That's worked well. This offense, they have not particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Smith on first down. That's complete. Receiver McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a quick throw. It's McLaurin. Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out of the gun, Smith. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott's.
Alex Smith sacked. A fumble.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, it's Gibson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. 1 quarter remains here Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Blue down.
Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on down Smith, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Smith into heavy traffic, and it's picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start the drive. Move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
And it's Elliott. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. Keep them blocking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Cooper's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Cooper incomplete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Gotta give to Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him, keep picking up good yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
They'll try to run him. Able to get a here, won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt to the wound. They hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to... That is caught. It's Hooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, where our
booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. Take seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run the offense.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling the new contract.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate plays for an offense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith. Look at McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
Now a Smith. Oh, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Dak Prescott sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. They've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And I know that they've teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this one complete downfield on the left side. Get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get. But many people have pointed out to me, this is a touchdown,
Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they want fixed. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring
summary. 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, good feeling mildly, now they can afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Smith. Now they go screen, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're like good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back completions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
'54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to do in this drive. Give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier to the sideline.
Yeah, they love that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. That clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in an attempt.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With that, he's to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding complete connection.
Ezekiel Elliott.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
25-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on.
And he's going to be 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
17. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught at the 8.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now Elliott.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they are scoring again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Turns. He takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses safeties. They're going to be a little bit frustrated. They weren't able to connect on that one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Prescott. Flush out. Run for it, and he will.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have first. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Prescott here to throw. And this will be caught. And the coverage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So there's now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now here comes the Dallas defense as they work their way back onto the field. They are holding serve here at home. The fans were into this one. They did what they needed to do.
And right now I'm just cupping my hand to my ear and listening to the approval that they're getting from the home crowd right now.
That's actually true, by the way. He was physically cupping his hand to his ear.
A job well done. Exactly what you want to accomplish, though. Let's face it, we talk to every coach in the league. We want to take care of our home games, establish home field superiority, win at home, and they're going to get that done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Smith. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that. When you're passing game, to me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To Kelvin Harmon.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and at the Cowboys.
Smith plays again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the area, Smith, and he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick making the scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
Because now is not during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will make it zone. And this will touchback. They will begin things at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Landon Collins on the
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run set going downfield, but keep empty.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage too good. That one falls in.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they group that
really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
It's now 2nd and
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4. I think he had 9s on that one being bigger.
And just shutting him off there. Have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
And a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. They have possession and have it at the 38-yard line.
Recovered by
Always costly to cough up that ball. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Brandon Collins on the coverage.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there's good coverage there. Force the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he'll be right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and did it.
And they get out, but before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing, continuity is there, and you can see playing off of each other, control the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal, Washington.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, days when quarterbacks would try this, they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when not wanting the ball in the air like that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab.
And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead.
The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Now Pollard. That brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
From the 34 now, first and 10. They keep on with Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. About 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back to run. Because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on the first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Running back. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Gampass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Carry now. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Washington ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Smith to throw on 3rd down. Pressure right.
Smith on the keeper.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
We get a glance at the Washington defense as they head back out there. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it, break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw. Which one of the coach?
Elliott on first to get out 3 before he's taken down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's good for a Cowboy.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and the line giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On the pickup.
Second down, Elliott.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe they've done that here in the first quarter.
10 at the 20-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. They showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the close fit of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on fourth down. First down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, a ball back in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. Out a great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up second and
Smith now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down, but keeps moving.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Smith on 3rd down. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys nothing.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He takes it in. Down, Washington. Smith keeping it himself from a yard out.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out. Used to call him the West Coast dump in a long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a move a little. That'll help them as they head towards the half.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run with the goal shut down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start feeling good about yourselves.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Elliott, toss right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 43 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
Every game has been...
And he falls on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
The first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pick pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
And this is a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First Smith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted by Leighton Vander Esch. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, it's out. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that in the running. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that.
Yeah, got the best of both worlds. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And goal.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Yeah, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they do it.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On second down now, it's Gibson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And it's third down.
Smith. And that is incomplete.
But the fans should applaud in this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They forced a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Look at this spin. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position.
And this is touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Reserve line now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet. A spot having things up a little bit, try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Smith, they'll set up the screen for Gibson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
13 yards there and a Washington first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Gibson, and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will set a shot in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They may have the edge on the score, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get back in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Another carry play tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains at punt on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this will be 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
On the carry.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And brought down, but not before they get inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it, 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it on you, that's a bad possession.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the line, Jalen Smith. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and a back and forth first half that we've seen. Get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked, turned to the side.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what to do for the ball's even snap. A great job of scouting the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Cowboys 31, Washington 14.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to make a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. For red zone now, Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going.
and this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kelvin Harmon there to make the grab, and Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Please take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're run it well, hold the defense back from the pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
And now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
That going to incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last, that worked quite well for the defense.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be dead, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Cooper. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded back in the end zone, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the pass game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And they're able to swarm in behind the line, and his rough night continues.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Smith. Flood. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Smith.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
What's the deal, y'all?
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
letting one fly deep for Cooper. Complete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. Run successful.
Despite a little power on the move, still shy of the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them 3rd and 9 looming. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
For Amari Cooper.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at him down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the turn, 6. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got a
and he loses the football this time.
But Washington looked to get this back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he loses the ball this time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Snap for Smith. His pass caught at the 4. That is into the end zone for Washington. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
And there they get the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here. This will be caught. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for Stewart.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down to about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We get you going the other direction.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Dak dropping this one off Zeke. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
2-yard pickup. Bring 3rd and 1.
And he gets first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get 4 there as he takes it from the 10 to the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained run, taking their time.
And he'll take him to the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drop away.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
For Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Now handoff here to his running back. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Antonio Gibson, 67 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 57 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tight play drive that time.
To kick off for Dallas.
After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken just deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they can get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Second and 9.
On second and 9, Smith. Screen pass complete.
Smith.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The gun, here's Smith. Got an open man. And they nearly all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
23 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Harmon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, it looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the area.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Goal. And a nice job out to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Justin Hopkins on.
So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and, of course, he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital.
42.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Now Pollard. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early. They always find a way, and he's been that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to get on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd.
1 quarter remains on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. And another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? He had in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Operating from the... Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harmon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They'll try and set up. It's complete.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field? Throw your mic out.
A lot of fans would like cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's 2nd down. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. They'll fire this deep gap. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Washington offense going back to work. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. And he goes down. A Cowboys sack. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford, shooting in to make the play. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Got him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds to the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to miss fire.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking yards, keeping the chains moving, ball can roll, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll get to the 29-yard line down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. Goes out again and tap those Madden have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
Get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it up and get to the perimeter. probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
What a catch there by Cooper. And he takes this one down most all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 31. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16, 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
What was that, Rob?
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll try to run it in with that. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt is minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Greg Zerline to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
To J.D. McKissick.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with the now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to
Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game and get possession.
And he'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
Complete to J.D. McKissick. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Washington on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be third and a month. Smith. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Yard loss. It's now fourth down.
Indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. This deep from McLaurin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin. An 80-yard touchdown. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The tight end Blake Bell, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Toss left to Allen. And forward about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Chris Jones on
and sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Steven Sims on the return. Washington takes over first.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball for this game, don't you?
You want
a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cowboys have covered.
Complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the
Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead, but whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. They'll roll him out right. They find target Schultz. And
inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And run clock here to keep on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. There's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when...
And he is to the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. The Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they number 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address? All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, Cleat. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
On first down, it's Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple minutes and escape. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Amari Cooper.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will switch the lead up to 13.
Makes the score Cowboys 62. Washington 49.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Smith. Lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. These guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel down should finish it off. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 31 yards. The Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott right in. Look at spin. He will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, seal the edge with your blocking, your tackle, or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
The Washington offense heading out.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken out, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Washington.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete to Logan Thomas.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Pass.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Who wants him?
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Cowboys.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. The throw taken by Sims.
Smith's pass.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout. As they talk things over, we'll step aside. Smith on first down. Route complete. That's Sims. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
22-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. He's up second and
Throwing again on second. The middle complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
tonight's final
A
score.
big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.